Welcome back to Brossard, Quebec. We're now live for the Division B finals. I'm Alex Izwa in the booth with
Iggy Magnets here.
And we have a fantastic Division B final coming up for you between EZW and the Infantry, the 2 seed against the 5 seed. What can we expect out of this final?
A lot of excitement, a lot of great flag football play, a lot of points. Both teams can run up the score. You're going to see some highlight reel catches. Definitely a lot to look forward to in this Division B final.
So much to look forward to. EZW upset mine and Iggy's team, Kiss My In-Laws, on the way to the final. They played a fantastic game in that one, and I think it was their defense that really won it. Multiple interceptions, 3 interceptions, turnovers on downs. They're now going up a different kind of offense, not altogether different from Kiss My In-Laws, but Infantry offense led by Will Power, who took over this team halfway through the season. They've had a fantastic second half of the season with Power at quarterback. Do you think EZW will be able to stop the Infantry the same way they're able to stop the In-Laws in the semis?
It may be the case. They run a similar offense to mine and that Kiss My In-Laws, Pease Delaries style offense, and that branch extended over to Will Power. And thank you. And yep. Awesome. So they do have a similar offense to us. So it's going to be very interesting to see that shifting defense to see if that's going to cause some issues for Will Power and the Infantry.
And I think it can. Look, Will Power is a fantastic quarterback. He does a great job at reading the field. That being said, his specialty is not necessarily his ball velocity. He throws a very accurate ball. He reads the defense well, but this easy, fun defense has enough speed to cause Will some significant issues.
Yeah, it's a very shifting defense, like I alluded to. But for me, the interesting is going to be EZW's defense going up against this. The opposite way. The Infantry's defense. How can they limit this EZW offense? They put up points and in bunches. Normally by a Jeremy White rollout. How are they going to be able to contain that Ethan Adrian as the rusher?
He's a fantastic rusher.
He's rushed and gotten 7 sacks one game against Jeremy White. Will he be able to replicate that here?
That's an incredible tally. And we're about to go live to the field. We're starting in just a few moments. If I'm the Infantry's defense, I think they have the matchups across the board. It might sound a bit bold. It might sound audacious. But run that man defense and let them beat you matchup to matchup, man to man, and see what they can do.
I will say an interesting note here as the 2 captains are meeting with the referees for the game. We do have, of course, Fritz Senatsus, Defensive Player of the Year in the spring of last year in FPF in Division A. We do have Alex Barros back for the finals here for EZW, so a very much a big part of their Division 3 championship run. He is here and going to be playing in this game. Let's see his impact because he is a great two-way player, notably on offense.
A fantastic receiver and a great connection with Jeremy White. They're able to put up 40-some-odd points in the semifinals without Barros here. With Barros in the lineup, what are we looking at? Is this a team that can score 40, 45, 50?
They're always capable of scoring 45 and plus. I think with Barros in the lineup, 50 is possible.
It's entirely possible. And so, Iggy, the way I view FPF games is not in points, is not in touchdowns. It's in stops. And every single game has a magic number. There's some games, I call them 0-stop games. Those games are decided on converts. There's some games which we saw in our co-ed final are 3-stop games. What's your magic number for this Division B final? How many stops does a team need to create to win the game?
I think each one could get 1. So it's the race to 2 stops here, in my opinion.
So 2 stops wins the game. Well, on that again, I think it's time that we head down to field level. We see EZW in their huddle, Infantry breaking their huddle, and let's turn down now our action to the field as I think we're moments away from kicking off the first play of this Division B final.
Very excited here, willing to see what this EZW does on offense. Don't be shy to see Jeremy White throw that deep ball, especially to that huge target in Nathan Desjardins. He did it here. Let's see what he has dialed up on the first play.
And we have Charles de Vivachon lined up in front of Desjardins. Jeremy White takes the slender. He's looking deep towards Desjardins, who is wide open. The ball was missed. It's overthrown.
Yeah.
It's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Not a mistake you see the famous Jeremy White make very often.
No, and let's see if that's going to be telling for the rest of the game. I don't think so. Not necessarily finals jitters. Jeremy has been here several times already. But interesting. We did see Michael Kazaka in the 3. He did see him there, but he peeled off at the last second, and he just missed that throw.
And Kazaka, very talented defender, loads of speed. Loads of speeds all around on this infantry defense. This pass captured quickly by Theo Lavigne. Nicolas Di Malo in on the tackle. A nice easy gain, a nice easy hook, a pick up a 6-yard. That's what the doctor ordered for EZW.
Yeah, just and as they quickly go into the hurry-up offense here on third down, just all hooks on second.
Very little time to speak, lots of football. It's the way we like it. Jeremy White takes the snap. He looks to his right. He rolls to his right. He's looking deep. He's throwing deep. It's towards Barros. What a catch. He taps his toes. The catch is good. Signals the ref. First down, EZW.
Yeah, that's the EZW offense. They're going to be huddled up very quick. All hooks with a corner from Alex Barros. We mentioned him. His name. He's 0 targets throughout the playoffs. He wasn't available, already making an impact here.
And you had Barros there one-on-one on Lapointe. For all the talented experience Lapointe has, I will take that Barros on Lapointe matchup all day long.
For sure.
Now Jeremy White in the red zone, somewhere where he excels. Barros coming across the middle of the field. He dips. He doesn't need to. That's a touchdown. Again, Barros on Lapointe is a win. It's a touchdown. EZW.
With the mesh concept, drag at 1, drag at 3, hook in the middle from your snapper. Maybe there was a mix-up there. It looked like Antoine Lapointe was chasing instead of calling it out. 6-0. Nice first drive after the early miss by Jeremy White.
And now the EZW offense opting to go for 2. A wise decision, in my opinion. Jeremy White looking towards his right-hand side, towards Barros. Is that caught? He's a machine!
My God! Oh my God, Alex Barros, welcome to the Division B Finals. Serious receiver, serious catch, 8-0, EZW.
Now that's a catch. That's a mean play. That, for me, is the play, not of the game, but of the day so far, putting an exclamation mark on an opening drive for EZW. It's an 8-0 lead. What can this willpower-led infantry offense reply? Let's see what they have in store. Power under center. Receives the snap. He's looking deep. He makes the rusher miss. He has loads of time. It's caught by Submergent, tackled immediately by Senatus.
That's another thing here that the EZW rusher, J.C. Ferland, one of the better ones rushing is not easy in the higher divisions. Look at the angles that he's taking. Look at the arms. He's taking away lanes. He does that very well. Will able to get a sidestep on him to be able to get a first down here on the first
Something
play.
Will does well, but if he keeps on relying on that sidestep, JC will get sacks. Let's see if Will can throw the ball before the rusher gets there on second down. He does. It's towards Vachon. Tackle is made by Theo Lavigne, but not before a 15-yard gain and a first down. This is looking easy for the infantry.
Yeah, I mean, that's the willpower, Pease Delari's offense. And what this, having Alex Barros in the lineup does, and Theo Lavigne as well, keeps Jeremy on the sideline for as quarterback. He doesn't necessarily have to play defender, DB, which he is a decent DB. He's very good. Division B, going up against guys like Rory Submergent, Michael Kazaka might be a bit of a challenge. He's able to be on the sideline.
This is a very good EZW defense, and Willpower is making it look easy. A quick quick drag there, thrown to Submergent, tackled immediately. That was by
Alex Blais. Nico Blais.
Nico Blais. Alex Blais is not here.
No.
Nico Blais is.
But I'm sure Alex Blais is watching, though.
I hope he is. Alex Blais, if you're watching, hello.
I'm sure he's watching. Hello, Alex Blais.
And now we're at the 4-yard line. Now, having played against Will, I find he tends to struggle once you get in the red zone. I think he's reliant on the middle of the field and doesn't exploit deep and outside. He's relying on the middle of the field. He's relying on a snapper. Nonetheless, that's a touchdown, Marc-André Lapointe. It is 8-6. With a chance to tie the game.
Yeah, definitely going for 2. Willpower. Who's going to be the person that drops back? You do have Marc-Antoine Lapointe, who can drop back from snapper position. Nicolas Demalo from the wide right. So there are different options here for who you're dropping back as a second quarterback.
I would drop Nick Demalo, someone who's played quarterback in FPF Junior. Great arm talent.
Expect a hard post from Rory Submergent. Skinny
post from Vachon. Yes, we're looking at the concept. Is that a catch? Oh, Submersion goes. Anything Barros can do, I can do better, and he snags that 2-point convert, 8-8.
Very nice. Of course, as a quarterback, like I said, very similar playbook. We have the skinny post from the inside receiver on the trips, hard post from the receiver on the and the middle receiver, Rory Submergent, coming with a great back catch as it had to be thrown a bit behind.
And now EZW with a chance to respond. Ethan Agent bearing in, pass complete to JC Ferland, tackle made by Lapointe. Adrian was coming in with serious speed there.
Oh yeah, that's he only knows one speed, and it's one speed power, so to speak.
One speed power, an old team name. We're deeping into the FPF archives there.
Yeah.
That being said, Adrian is an extremely fast rusher.
Quick huddle here. Expect all hooks, maybe with one hook and go.
Let's see, the hook and go can come from Nathan Desjardins. It is not an all hooks play, but it is a hook from Fitzgerald Sinatus on the sideline. Empathetic tackle made by Nicholas Damalo. And first down, EZW.
What made it empathetic exactly?
It was the snap and the flick of the wrist. It's all in the wrist.
Okay. I don't know what's empathetic about it, but again, the quick offense here from EZW. I love the high-paced nature of their offense. Let's see it go to work.
Lots of football, less talking. That's how we like it. Jeremy White waiting to receive the snap right in his hands. Looking deep towards Desjardins. There is contact with Vachon. Some nice press coverage. Not that we'll call it press coverage in FPF. Desjardins couldn't turn his head and couldn't make the catch.
No, and you're not going to see Jeremy White test Vachon way too much here. Going in a man defense that it was. Vachon, a very underrated and shouldn't be, but one of the better DBs in FPF here. He shouldn't be tested too often, though he does like the option to Nathan Desjardins.
That matchup of Desjardins on Vachon, I think, is a win. Oh, Barros tried to snag that one with one hand. Now, the question I have is, if you're going man-to-man, why do you have Lapointe on Barros?
It's not a good matchup for the infantry. Look, at that, come late in the game, you have Will Power sitting on the sidelines, not playing defense. I'm sure it's a roster thing, but man, at one point, you got to get Will Power in there on defense late in the game and put him on battles. That neutralizes
and that's the win. Will Power with the second most interceptions all time in FPF, sitting on the sidelines on defense. Oh, nice catch by JC Ferland. Not enough for a first down, but enough to make us go wow.
Yeah, that's a great connection that these two have. A little rollout from Jeremy, a little stutter step. JC Ferland going high up, vertical for that catch. Not a first down. I believe it's fourth down here. Expect JC to be that third and fourth down reliable option for Jeremy White.
He is safe hands. He has a great connection with White, and let's see what they can do here on third down. He's looking deep towards Desjardins. That is a seat belt tight coverage by Vachon. And a turnover on downs. That was fourth down. He went towards one of his best receivers, Nathan Desjardins. I don't think Desjardins is going to be able to win on Vachon.
No, I'm telling you, Vachon, top 5 DB, at least in Division B, if not the best DB in Division B. I love the matchup usually with Nathan Desjardins on anyone, but Vachon.
Exactly. And now we have our all-important first turnover of the game. Infantry now huddling from just inside their own half. Will Power looking deep. He had Vachon open over the middle. Oof. Instead, he completes the Lapointe. And while there's nothing wrong with a 5-yard gain, he had Vachon for the touchdown.
And this is what the EZW defense does. Etienne Laurent Gervin in the 3. Looks like he's covering the deep, able to crash down and take it away. And as soon as Will's not seeing that early pass for the skinny post down the slot, because Etienne will hold it for an extra second, it looks open to us clearly, but man, Etienne Laurent Gervin does a great job of taking it away.
It's much harder to see from the quarterback position.
Yeah.
And it's easy to see from the booth. Let's see what Will Power sees on second down. He's looking towards Submergent. He makes Ferland miss. Does he make Ferland miss? I think he does, and completes the pass towards Submergent.
I think there's a penalty now on the play.
I think we're calling holding on the defense. Yes.
Right.
Tara Marakic, our head referee for this Division B final, is calling holding on JC Ferland. Do you like that call?
Yeah, I mean, if we can get a better shot on the replay here, please note for everyone, holding in the backfield is a 10-yard penalty. So it is an automatic first down, as we do see it on the replay here. JC Ferland just, I don't know. I don't like holding on that. He got his flag. I'm not a big fan of the call.
As Pease Dalrezi waves his hand in our face so arrogantly.
Oh, you know what? No, from that angle, he grabbed the shirt to get it closer to Will to grab the flag. That is the right call.
He's a staunch quarterback advocate. doesn't want to see any harm done to his favorite quarterback, Will Power. Will Power working towards Marc-André Lapointe. Quick tackle made by Desjardins. Another 5 yards. Look, this Infantry defense isn't taking the top off EZW, but they're consistently hurting them underneath.
Yeah, I mean, again, you're going to see it not necessarily here as you get the shot of the infantry's perspective of things, but EZW, you have Etienne Laurent Gervais crashing to our left, Will Power's left, and you had Nathan Desjardins crashing to the sliding side of Marc-Antoine Lapointe. You're not going to get there. As fast and as tall as and his long reach as he has, he's going to get that easy 5-yard completion.
He will, and Will Power will take those 5-yard completions all game long. He's now under center, looking towards Submergent, makes Verlan miss, buys some time in the pocket. Touchdown, Charles-Olivier Vachon!
Will's winning on JC Ferland right now in a way that I couldn't necessarily. Getting sacked instead of sacks. Will Power getting out of that pressure, making a great read and a great ball placement there for CO Vachon to come away with a big touchdown.
You're right. It's a really surprising matchup for the Infantry to be winning. There's nothing against Will Power. He's a shifty quarterback, but he's not the fastest or the most elusive quarterback in FPF. And JC's a great rusher, so to see these misses and these missed flags is really hurting this Infantry defense. Instead of sacks, they're touchdowns, and it's going to start hurting as the game goes along. We're now going for 2. Marc-André Lapointe dropping back as a second quarterback, passing complete to Lapointe, throws towards the front of the end zone, intercepted by Nathan Desjardins. He's racing towards the other sideline, tackled by Will Power.
Same concept with the trips, skinny post, hard post, but now with the option of Marc-Antoine Lapointe coming down. But they defended very well. The EZW defense has a strategy in place that if the infantry can pick up on it, Will Power can actually take upfield from that quarterback position. As he has Nico Blade drawing onto him, he's able to go up the field and maybe get a 2-point. Let's see if he gets it.
Let's see now. Jeremy White back out to center. Pass complete to Etienne Laurent Gervais. Tackle made immediately by Nicholas Mao. That's a gain of 5 yards on the play. EZW are a team that do a fantastic job of completing passes underneath, and that's what we're seeing here on first down.
Yeah, everyone runs it triple slants. Nick DeMalo, one of the more aggressive tacklers in the higher divisions here.
A very, very aggressive tackler, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's a fantastic defender. We're going deep. That ball was closer to Vachon than it was to Barros. Vachon causing all sorts of trouble for this EZW offense.
I'm telling you, he shouldn't be testing him, and he still is. I know he has that great connection with Barros, but man, every time, like you're saying, Vachon is closer to the ball than any EZW receiver this first half so far.
So Jeremy White's strong side is clearly his left. His left or right on camera. He has Desjardins and Barros, his 2 strongest receivers lined up there. But on the flip side, you have Vachon taking that side of the field away. Perhaps a matchup to change. Jeremy White again looking deep towards Desjardins. Covered. Oh! Down!
No. Oh
Touchdown!
My God. Oh!
Nathan Desjardins making Marc-André Lapointe look small, and that is not a small man.
No. Oh my goodness. Let's look at this on the replay in the slow-mo here.
Iggy saw such an impressive touchdown. He is dying, coughing. Iggy is out of commission, but that touchdown is good, and we're going for 2. Iggy, lay off the chips. Watch the football.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
see what EZW can dial up.
I'm so sorry. I almost died there.
The touchdown nearly killed him. It was that pretty.
Oh, God. Going for 2 for Jeremy White.
Takes the snap, rolls to his right, keeps on scrambling to his right, tries to make Adrian miss. He cannot make Adrian miss. Adrian does not miss. The convert is no good. The game is tied at 14. 8 minutes left. Infantry have the ball.
So the danger with these type of plays, when Jeremy White is rolling, there's one read, and if he doesn't have it, that second read where he needs to pull back and gain an extra second, Ethan Adrian is all over him, and that's going to be a problem. It was there. Let's see if that continues in the rest of the game.
And now if we remember the first play of the last drive, Will Power had a deep post open to Vachon. Let's see if he comes back to that instead of hitting something short underneath. Vachon running a route to the outside, tries to make a miss. Vachon fights back towards the play. There's a flag on the play, and I'm not exactly sure what for.
No, me neither. Maybe holding or contact by the defense.
Vachon did a great job there, though, of tracing back towards the ball. What could have been an interception, he fought back 3-4 yards towards the ball and caught it and turned a possible turnover into, instead, a first down, barring this penalty.
So what we had on the play, we had holding or contact by the defense. They will decline it because that's an automatic first down, but for 5 yards. The result of the play was greater than that, so they will decline it and take the ball just before midfield.
Thanks for the explanation, Iggy, our in-house referee.
Thank you.
We have a first down now. Yes, Iggy does referee, a terrifying proposition nonetheless.
Whoa.
We have Willpower, under center, first down from just inside his own half. He pump fakes. He is sacked.
Oh, better than the pick. Much
He was
better than the
lucky
pick.
he was sacked.
Yep.
JC is going, I didn't sack him. Tara Marakic is going, yes, you did. And Willpower is going, okay.
Yeah, I'll take the sack over the pick. Look, a pump fake, a third read. Oh, yeah, do not throw that ball, please, William Power. Tuck it in, take the sack, take your losses for what they are. Because if ever you get away like you have from JC, that could have been a pick.
That could have been a pick, and he's lucky he got the sack. But that being said, look at this. We're set up for a second and very long. A second and what looks like around 17 yards. They need to divide this in 3. You're looking 7 yards, 7 yards, and 7 yards. Let's see if Willpower can pick up his first 7 yards. He does to Sean Shamergen.
Yeah, exactly. Tackled there by Fritz Senatus. Yeah, about 7 yards is exactly what he needed. I lost my count here of the downs.
Third down.
Third down, yeah. We do have third. Yeah, you're okay here. Maybe run I would start running some pre-snap reads. So what I mean by that, having a receiver go from balance into trips, see if it's man, see if they shift.
Use motion to diagnose the defense. And sorry, that was my bad. That's Rory Submergent, not Sean.
Yep.
Third down and 9. Willpower from just inside his own half. He's looking towards Vachon.
Oh!
Nathan Desjardins, 2 large hands on the ball. Willpower is a very lucky man. My God.
So they're following Will's eyes. Look at this triple slants to the left. You see it that he's first looking at Marc-Antoine Lapointe, comes back to the backside slant. He had Rory Submergent wide open on the left side slant if he just comes back to it.
So Willpower there. Oof. Clearly not learning from his mentor, Piz Delarizi, that you always need to read the backside of a play.
He did, though.
He didn't read the backside.
He just threw it.
He didn't read Nathan Desjardins.
Yes.
Who had a great rake on the ball. And let's be honest, Iggy, he should have picked that off.
Oh, yeah, he definitely should have. Let's see what we set up on fourth down here.
Another fourth down, another stop at a turnover. Willpower with the ball in his hands. He pump fakes down the sideline. He throws the comeback to Kazaka. Fitzgerald Sinash is there for the tackle, but not the stop.
Ooh.
First down, Infantry. Is Fitzgerald Sinatus the weak link of this EZW defense?
It should not be, but man, he's playing a little too deep there and just gave up the first down. What do you prefer, give up the first down or the touchdown? I mean...
Give up the touchdown. Touchdowns don't matter.
Yeah, I mean...
Look, they do matter, but in a game like this...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
They don't mean as much as you'd think. They will... Look, Infantry will score a touchdown on this drive. Take a gamble. Take away that double hook.
Yeah.
Now, from the 12-yard line, Infantry have a chance to take the lead in this game. Let's see what Willpower dials up. He dials up Marc-André Lapointe's number, who answers with a 11-yard reception.
Yeah, tackled there. Nice tackle by Nico Blais, backing up in coverage. That connection between Willpower, Marc-Antoine Lapointe.
He always answers the phone.
Oh, yeah. I believe he went 60 receptions on 70 targets this year. An absolutely insane number. And he had that first touchdown of the game here for the Infantry.
So you're telling me Marc-André Lapointe dropped 10 balls? I've dropped less balls in Division B.
Well,
I've also caught less than 10, but that's its own point. Now, Willpower, 2-yard line, looking to take the lead for the Infantry. Looking towards that point, looking back towards the end of the end zone, throws it outside towards Rory Submergent. Touchdown, Infantry. They take the lead 20-14.
Yeah, and I'm going to be curious if they should go for 2 here, and they will be going for 2. It's honestly, once you reach Division B and Division A, you're going for 2 almost every single time. Let's see if they go back to that hard post, skinny post, or if they run something else out of that trips option here.
Let's see what they run. Now, the one thing I'm thinking of at the moment, there is 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock, which means EZW get the ball for around 2 minutes, 20. That's a nice amount of time to milk off the clock and finish the half of its score. But first, they're going for 2. The throwbacks to Lapointe, who's throwing towards Nicolas Demaro, intercepted by Theo Lavigne. They have 2 interceptions this EZW defense. The unfortunate thing is they are both on 2-point converts, and that does not count for very much.
No. Let's see if Will starts realizing who's dropping on him. He needs to have a discussion here on his own on the sideline, unfortunately. These are the type of things when you're a roster of 8 that you're able to communicate. Let's say your snapper comes off on defense. You're able to have that conversation. Hey, who dropped on me? I didn't necessarily see it because, man, if he sees it, he has the ability to go upfield and get that catch from Lapointe.
EZW need to score and score slowly. An all hooked on the first play towards Fitzgerald Sinatus. Another very emphatic tackle by Nicolas de Malo after a gain of 6 yards. And I'm saying they need to score slow because they need to finish this half with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, and that's nothing new for this EZW offense. That's kind of now they do run a hurry up offense. That's not going to happen here, of course. He's going to take a bit more of his time, let the clock run down, bring it down to the 5 plays, but he doesn't necessarily need to stretch the field. He can just go all hooks.
He does not. Let's see if he goes all hooks again here. On the second down, he throws a hook towards the outside, towards Nathan Desjardins. And one thing to know about this EZW team, maybe you're tuning in for the first time, looking at this team, is who's this group of young guns who are new to FPF? They are young. They are not new. This is one of the more experienced and savvy teams in all of FPF.
Yeah, and that experience is invaluable. That's a little bit of a difference than you see from Will Power throwing to these infantry receivers for the first time. That is not what you're seeing here. Jeremy White with, in Division E, I believe, spring 2017, 2018, made it to a finals with his
And not looking stressed here on first down, throwing his third hook to Sinatus. He's throwing a hook to the right, a hook to the left, and he goes back to the right. This is exactly what they need to be doing.
Yeah, no stress in his game. Winding the clock down to 32 seconds and rolling, picking up 6-7 yards a time. The infantry needs to make a play on this ball, and Jeremy's just diagnosing who's going deep, and I'm hitting whichever short side.
Yeah, and now we have a second down coming up, I believe, with 14 seconds left in this first half before our 5 untimed plays. Jeremy White, under center, takes the snap, looks towards right, scrambles, tries to make Adrian miss. He should know. He clearly doesn't. Adrian does not miss.
Do not do that. I know Jeremy White, especially, he still is kind of shifty, but he's nowhere near the level of shiftiness he used to have. I think he'd be the first to admit that. We are going to be whistled in with the 5 plays here by Tara Mrakic, head referee. 5 plays. 5 plays.
5 plays, third down.
Oh, okay. Yes, third down. My bad.
Sir. I know. I was flashing at 3 fingers to get in the box. It was 3 third down, which is what we have coming up. Jeremy White, snap right in his hands. He scrambles to his right, towards Nico Blais. Tackle made by Monsieur Vachon, and we have Ray Hand signaling first down.
Yes, so
EZW.
You see, this is what I was mentioning, that Jeremy White will roll out, stutter step, and have a first read. Notice they do have Nico Blais snapping now and not JC Ferland. Let's see if he comes onto the field once they reach the red zone.
Interesting to see JC Ferland on the sidelines on such a crucial drive. We now have first down, 12-yard line, 4 plays left. This is where EZW wants to be. Pass towards Barros.
Oh.
He was open. He had a step on Lapointe. That ball was behind him.
Behind him, tipped, and it actually fell into the arms of Lapointe, and he was unable to come up with the clutch grab because that was just a really timely play, a very quick play that developed. The ball landed in his hands, and he kind of just dropped it, but I don't blame him.
He ran a good route. The ball could have helped him out much more.
Yes, for sure.
We have second down. We have 3 plays left, and we have the snap in the hands of Jeremy White. Shifting to his right. Oh, he's going to run. He's made Adrian miss. He hits the dip. Vachon gives him a hug. Might step on his foot. He's tackled at the 5-yard line. 2 plays from the 5. Are you looking end zone twice or to gain yards on first down?
No. You're drawing a play that basically scores a touchdown on both plays. But you could have a drag at 1, that's fine, and it doesn't necessarily need to reach the end zone. If it does, maybe because it's a man beater. Your options are endless here.
And I'm surprised how much man defense the infantry has been running. We have Lapointe lining up in front of Barros. If this is man, Barros needs to be your go-to man. Let's see what they're dialing up. It is to Barros. Oh! That is through his hands. That is contact to the head.
Contact to the head. 100%.
That should be challenged.
I think if you're Alex Barros, you say, hey, I got hit in the head. Remember that you can challenge plays. And it's a mismatch. He gets his hands right in his face.
His hands in his face.
Zero contact. It's a zero contact to the head. You cannot
And
hit
as
the
great
head.
officials we have in FBS, that is unfortunately a missed call.
Yes.
That was contact to the head. And it was an error on the part of EZW not to challenge. Let's see if they can make up for it here on the last play of the half. Throwing towards Desjardins. Touchdown on the last play of the half. 2020. Big men doing big things.
Here we see the smash out concept from the slots, ins from the back of the wide receivers. Did he get both in? I think
Yes,
he did.
he did.
Wow, great play by Nathan Desjardins, known for his defense, showcasing his offensive skill set here for EZW with the last play touchdown of the half.
How huge a touchdown is that? Because remember, Infantry are starting with the ball.
Yeah.
They had a chance to make it a two-possession game. Instead, EZW are now scrimmaging from the 5 with a chance to take the lead. Look at the back of the end zone. Theo Lavigne comes down on the line. Harvey waves it off. That is no good. We have a tie game, and we are at the half.
Yeah, if we can quickly get a replay that of the last play, but for me that is not a complete pass. That is incomplete. He, as Theo Lavigne did step out of bounds here. Oh, I don't know. That's close. That's actually much closer than we initially thought. We're seeing the replay one more time here as Theo Lavigne runs that fake post corner up in the air, grabs the ball definitely 1 foot. No, that second foot's out. That second foot is out. That's what I thought I saw. But we do enter our halftime show.
Yes,
here.
and after criticizing the referees on the last play, something I unfortunately have done too often in my FPF career, Lombard Harvey perfectly positioned on the line. He had a great view of the feet there and made the right call. That was not a touchdown. Well,
Yeah.
Iggy, we have a new ball game. The score is 20-20. Things are starting afresh. I think we had one stop in the first half. It was not a difference maker because we still have a 20-20 ball game, but Infantry now have the ball and a chance to score and take the lead.
Yeah, it's been a very good, very entertaining game so far. I really love what I'm seeing from both sides. Lots of points, lots of man defense, seeing which quarterback has more poise and better accuracy on their balls. So far, right now, for me, Jeremy White has been diagnosing the defense just a little better.
He has, but he's made some mistakes as well, which led to the turnover we saw. As much fun as it would have been to be on the field for this game playing, me and you would have loved that. It is a great game to watch in the booth. Okay, we said coming into the first half we were expecting the race to 2 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Infantry have 1 turnover, EZW don't have one yet.
Yeah.
Are we still at a race to two turnovers, or are we changing that number for the second half?
No, I still think we're going to hit that number there. The Infantry, they've been on 3rd and 4th down situations. They have converted on them, but you're 1 play away from not. So definitely I can see EZW getting 1 more stop. Can the Infantry or EZW get 2?
And I think our teams are scrimmaging now. The teams are coming out. The Infantry are in the huddle. It's time to go back to field level. Let's see what we have coming up. Second half, remember, we are live coming to you from Brossard, Quebec, the Division B finals. I'm Alex as well in the booth with
Iggy Magnets.
And the score is 20-20, 22 minutes on the clock, lots of 2s. Let's see what the number 2 seed, the Infantry, can do. Scrimmaging here from their 10-yard line. What are you calling on the first play of this drive?
Expect the classic 12 hooks, as Peace calls them. But guess what? It's not 12 hooks. You should run them at 10. Hook at 10 from Ethan. Hook at 10 from Rory. You'll have a slide left from Marc-Antoine Lapointe. You'll have Theo Vachon running a skinny post. And a hook at 2 from Nick DeMolo.
It's a great play, what I've seen work many times. And it is not the play that Will Powers dialed up. He's instead throwing a quick out route to Nick DeMolo. Tackle made immediately by Theo Lavigne. But you've seen there the explosivity that DeMolo has coming in and out of his routes.
Actually, a corner comeback concept from the corner, from the slot, comeback from the wide. Very nice play. If he wants to thread the needle and test Etienne Laurent Gervais, he could have. But opting for the safer throw here with the 7-yard gain, nothing wrong with that.
Etienne Laurent Gervais is not a player I'd like to test. A lesson we learned in our semi-final game. It's not a good idea. Instead, we have a 2nd and 3 from just about midfield. Past the Vachon. That's a first down. Makes a few defenders miss before being tackled by Fitzalsalis. First down, Infantry. They've crossed midfield and are looking to score.
Yeah, entering the plus territory here is the infantry. William Power, very calm, cool, collected. And Vachon showcasing his speed and his dip maneuver there as he tried to gain some extra yards. Nice cut back to the middle of the field.
The dip being a move we haven't seen yet today. It's when a defender drops a knee down, lowering his hip level to make defenders miss the flag. A famous move in flag, one we haven't seen as much as I would have loved today. Let's see if we see more in this Division B final. This passes to Lapointe. Tackle made immediately by Desjardins. That's a 2-yard gain on the play. The EZW defense is very happy to concede those plays.
Oh, of course, absolutely. And Nathan Desjardins playing in between the hook and the slide here from the hook from Rory, the slide from Lapointe. Very tall, very rangy. He's taking a lot of space up for Willpower, and then, just gained 1 yard, but that's what he's giving up, and that's the space and the length that Nathan Desjardins on defense gives.
Despite not being the fastest player, he takes up a huge amount of room and really creates nightmares in coverage. Iggy claims he's one of the hardest defenders to play against in FPF. Let's see if Willpower agrees. We have Etienne Laurent-Gervais closing quickly, but not before the catch is made by Charles-Olivier Vachon. That's a gain of 4 yards. We have 3rd and short coming up.
So look at that hook here with the slant and the hard slant or the post by Rory. He might want to look, Will may want to look short with his eyes and keep an eye out on who the deep safety is. There was none there. He might want to, it's a bit of a risky pass if you're throwing it no look, but Rory was open on that post.
And Willpower is a risk-adverse quarterback. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see how much risk he wants to take here on 3rd down, throwing towards Nicholas Demaro, and by judging on where the ref is standing, we have a 4th down coming up. 4th and extraordinarily short, but 4th down nonetheless. What's at stake on this play?
Quite a bit here. More for EZW as a defense. What Will should not try and do here is try to roll out. JC Fadlan, great at covering spaces and angles. Let's see what he goes with. Maybe to Lapointe.
If I'm the EZW defense, I'm calling a man defense. That's what they call the passes to Lapointe. Etienne Laurent-Gervais was playing off coverage. He just couldn't get down to Lapointe quick enough. Lapointe slid to his left or right. Caught the pass.
Yeah, and interfered a bit with his own rusher there. Was able to separate that, get that distance of separation for the easy 1st down completion.
It's so good to have a snapper like Lapointe who can beat the rusher and has reliable hands, and you can trust on those huge 4th downs. 4 power Lapointe is that trusty target.
Absolutely, setting up a 1st and goal situation.
From the 6-yard line with Willpower under center, takes the snap a bit low, looks to his left, goes back towards Lapointe. That throw is behind him. Is that Lapointe who didn't sit in the hole, or Power who missed his snap?
A little bit of both, honestly. But he didn't miss the snap. He missed the pass.
Yes, missed his snapper. Yes. Lapointe being the snapper.
Yes.
There we go.
A little bit of both, honestly. A little behind, and Lapointe should have sat in the hole there.
Lapointe should have an experienced player like him. That being said, they have 3 more downs to score and to punch this one in for the major. This is 2nd down from the 6-yard line. JC lining up to rush the elusive Willpower, who's 5 yards behind the snapper. He rolls towards his right. He throws towards Vachon.
Oh.
That pass touches the ground. The right call was made by the officials. Incomplete.
Yeah.
That was a low pass. He had Vachon open for 6.
Yeah, and everyone knew it too on the EZW defense as this ball hits the ground. No one really challenging that from the infantry. Jeremy White, the emphatic Jeremy White in the back of the end zone there, waving his hands for an incomplete pass.
Emphatic, not very empathetic after a missed pass. Nonetheless, there's no time for empathy in our Division B finals. 17 minutes left. The game is tied at 20-20. We're coming to you live from Brossard. Vachon coming for a little discussion of Willpower. They confer. Vachon walks back towards the line. Power is under center, waiting to receive the snap, which he does right in his hands. He's looking towards the Mojo at the back of the end zone. Touchdown. No drops there. No silly business. That's 6 points on the board.
Very nice route concept there, and Rory Submergent just beating the EZW defense for the spot. Etienne Laurent-Gervais catching it at the last second. Not enough time, though, as Rory Submergent in full stride on that banana route. Willpower sees it, able to just execute while he's rolling out. Big 6 points for the infantry.
Laurent-Gervais is a fantastic defender. On that play, he was unfortunately just second late as Submergent was crossing from the left slot. He didn't pick up on it quite quick enough, which is why it appeared open.
Check the left trip situation. Watch for that skinny post, hard post again.
As they go for 2, Lapointe drops back to the second quarterback. The sack is missed by JC Ferland. Those dancing hips of Willpower lead their way to a 2-point convert. Thank you, Ethan Adrian, and thank you, Willpower's hips.
Yeah, these and JC's just shading a bit for that option to throw it back to his snapper in Lapointe. But Ethan Adrian, clutch. I mean, just ran his route, hook on the cone, and I might get you the ball. You just got to catch it, and that he did.
It would be nice to see Ferland try to wrap Willpower up a bit more, going with two hands for those tackles. But now it's time for the EZW offense. It's time for a deep shot towards Nathan Desjardins. He was looking, he was stretching, and despite his huge range, that ball was just out of bounds.
Yeah, where Jeremy White in the semifinal against Kiss My In-Laws was was a precision passer on those, completing those to Nathan Desjardins, where he made great adjustments on some of the balls. Here in the finals, that's 2 attempts now. He's gone deep. 1 he connected with, 2 others that he didn't. Total of 3. I can't do math.
Yes. I can't do math, so I know that 4 minus 1 equals 2, 2 being second down, and that pass towards Senatus with a toe tap on the sideline. That's good for a 5-yard gain, but it's not good enough for the first down.
And looks like third down situation here for EZW. Not sure what they want to do. Obviously, they want to gain the first down.
They're in no rush here. The world and the FPF world is their oyster. They have all the time they need. A 3-yard gain is more than enough to make them happy here. They have a deep hook by Charles-Olivier Lavigne, who casts the pass. Lavigne is a fantastic receiver, known more for his quarterback play, but is, in my opinion, the most talented receiver on this EZW team. I'm surprised he hasn't had a larger impact as to yet.
Had we said this comment 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe pre-COVID even, I would have agreed with you 100%. He's still an crazy athlete, but he has lost a small step in his game. He's not necessarily that elite talent. He's an amazing talent nonetheless.
He is, and let's see if that's where Jeremy Wright is looking. He is looking towards Ethan Adrian, who comes up a second late on the sack, but did force the incompletion nonetheless.
Yeah, honestly, throwing that ball away, and lucky that that Barros was coming to the inside, because otherwise that could look very much like an intentional grounding play that it probably was in Jeremy White's mind.
Oh, it was 100% intentional grounding spiritually, just not by fact.
Yeah, another quick huddle here. Let's see what the play call
is. Which I like to see. Perhaps a simpler play call. Jeremy White looking towards the drag, but instead all he saw was the red hair of Ethan Adrian as he came up and sacked him, setting us up for a 3rd and very long.
Red hair, red rocket, please. The red rocket, Ethan Adrian, I believe with his 3rd sack of the game. Great contained coverage from the DBs, picking up the mesh concept, that drag at 3, drag at 1 from the slots, picking it up very well so that Jeremy didn't want to make a bad and poor decision on that.
This is a pivotal 2 plays we have coming up. 3rd and very long. White scrambles towards his right, throws towards the middle of the field. That's complete towards Desjardins. It's not a first down, but it is good for 10 yards. Tackled by Nick DeMalo. We are setting ourselves up for a 4th and 10.
Yeah, I mean, they cut the field in half for the first down. I would likely do the same. I'm okay. This 10 yards, 11 yards. You play the sideline here. Play sideline shade, make Jeremy White throw inside, squeeze the coverage, make sure that Fritz Senatus and Nathan Desjardins are not catching easy sideline comebacks.
Now, I've played EZW enough. I know this is JC Ferland time. He's looking deep towards Barros. It is overthrown. A bit of contact at the end. It was too late. Barros had the step. The throw was not there. Turnover on downs. Now, this could be a turning point in the ball game.
Yeah, Marc-Antoine Lapointe with, again, I mean, he's getting beat. Just the throw was back of the end zone. It's a very precision pass that we haven't seen Jeremy White connect here. It's a tough pass, to be honest. But here the Infantry got their second stop. The clutch second stop that we were talking about.
And when I see man coverage, I always want routes that flatten out. The vertical routes are harder to hit. Seth Galina taught me that. Let's see if Willpower knows this as well. He's lining up on offense. This is a zone defense. A dip by Sean Submergent. The dip gets around Desjardins. It does not get around Senatus. He's tackled for an 8-yard pickup, but 8 yards is all they need. They'll take those every single play.
So what is it about Rory Submergent that makes him look like Sean Submergent to you?
I just really don't know the difference between both of them.
Okay, because while they share the same last name, they are not twins. Not that I know of. They do look quite similar, but it is Rory Submergent coming up with that catch. And that play, honestly, as simple as the triple slants as it is and it looks here, what's really making it work is that Will's looking at Rory, making Nathan Desjardins cut outside, cutting back in with his eyes to La Pointe, shifting Nathan inside, and then hitting Rory back
Second
again.
and short, Willpower under center, looking towards his left. He's pump faking, scrambling towards his right, coming towards Vachon in the middle of the field. Tackles made by Solaving, but not before Vachon has gained the first down.
Nice play, but Sio Leving going a little too deep. Watch the coverage here. He's going to shoot back, and no one's deep. No one's deep there. He should be covering that middle hook as those, he needs communication from Nico Blade to make sure that nothing is deeper than him to check his backside, but he should be closing in on Vachon there.
Yes, this EZW defense needs to start playing more aggressive. And one important number to keep an eye out for here is 14 points. 14 points is what you can overcome with an onside kick. Anything more than 14 points is very difficult to overcome. There we have Willpower completing a lovely pass to Marc-André Lapointe, who dips and twists and turns his way to an 8-yard gain. Or is that even a first down? Yes, it is. He's a nimble man.
Yeah, and, nimble, but with big size. That's a comment about the Submergent, so we'll skip that one. Marc-Antoine Lapointe, one of the shiftier and more elusive snappers in the division in all of FPF, honestly. Doesn't look like much, but, man, when he gets those hips moving, that spin move working, you'll see like that taking a 7-yard gain into a 15-yard
And now
gain.
we have the Infantry at the 5-yard line looking to play a stranglehold on this Division B final. What can Willpower dial up? He throws towards the middle of the field. He throws towards Vachon, and that's a touchdown for a 14-point lead. 14 is a magic number.
Yes, it is. Mostly because going for one, which they are, can make it a 15-point game. Why is 15 the actual magic number that Alexi's referring to? It's because that's a 3-possession lead in which an onside attempt isn't enough for you to come back. 6 points off a touchdown, 6 points off the onside attempt, and if you get 2, if you're following the math, that's 14 points.
They're going from their 5-yard line to put this game very, very far away from the EZW defense, and it is incomplete to Ethan Adrian. He scooped that off the ground. Another good call by our officiating crew. Let's see on the replay here. The cross from the back of the end zone. Willpower lets it go. Ethan Adrian tries to scoop it up. Oh, did he get his hands under that? There's no challenge. Instead, we have Easy Fun on the first down to Sonatus. Makes a man miss. Cannot make Submerge and miss. First down. They need to speed up the pace of this game.
And they are. They absolutely are. And not only is the speed of the game just going quickly, they limited the challenge opportunity from the Infantry,
which was huge because that made it a 15-point game, which we know is massive. We have a quick first down coming up from the 12-yard line. Jeremy White takes the snap, looks to his right, throws to his right, throws towards Desjardins. Oh! Incomplete.
Oh, no!
Incomplete.
He didn't hold it long enough.
He didn't hold it. The ball fell out.
They can challenge it if they want.
It was not an interception. It was a great defensive play by Desjardins, who came around and smacked the ball and said, not on my watch.
They're challenging. The Infantry wants to challenge that play. And I think it's right. I think what a play by Vachon. I think he caught the ball and got 2 feet in. I think this is a catch. I think this is an interception. This is crazy. What a great play. Not enough air under it from Jeremy White.
I'm not sure he fully secures the ball.
Okay, so the call on the field is an incomplete pass. We're going to have to see conclusive evidence of an interception. To me, and we're going to see it again on the replay here. We're going to see a few of the replays in slow motion. Again, you need secure position of the ball.
And
here it is again. One-handed tip to himself. 2 hands on the ball. 1, 2. Oh, I don't know about that second foot.
Now
we're going to see it one more time.
There's 2 things they can challenge. They can challenge an interception, or they can challenge illegal contact on Desjardins swatting at the ball.
You can only challenge one thing.
Which we learned.
Well, you learned. I knew this. So tip to himself. is there going to be a stopping of the rotation of the ball? In my opinion, that's stopping the rotation right there. 1 foot.
No 2
Second
foot. The ball
foot.
is out.
Where's the ball?
Oh, that's
You don't know
so
where the
close.
ball. This is really, really, really
So,
hard to
And
tell.
we have George Ladder here in the box pointing at something on the screen. He's seen something. We don't know what that is. We have no calls to share with you quite yet. But remember, it is the call on the field that needs to be overturned.
Yeah.
The call on the field is an incomplete pass. We need to have compelling video evidence to overturn that call on the field.
And
I'm not sure we have compelling video evidence.
I agree with that point. Maybe if they were going frame by frame here on the backside camera.
And I'm not sure the way you review a play is frame by frame.
Here,
FPF is
here's the catch. At what point? Oh man, this is so hard.
I don't
think
think the rotation ever fully stops.
I'm not sure about that. I think it does. And by the way, let's make a note here of Nathan Desjardins getting his hand in there.
Oh, a fantastic, perhaps game-saving play.
Because if he doesn't do that, I'm pretty sure that that it's going to be a clear overturn if ever it was called incomplete.
If not for that play by Desjardins, then it was 100% an interception.
And in fact, we might get a second official to come in here and get
This
their
is
opinion.
extremely close.
It is very close.
Head referee Tara Marakic has come up to the box, conferring with video referee George Ladder. There is pointing, there is looking going on. I have a headset on. I have no clue what they're saying.
Oh no, we can't hear anything.
We wish we could share more with you, but we don't have the inside scoop. We are bad journalists.
Look, to me, that's grabbing the ball. Now, did he get the second foot in? We don't have the necessarily,
But
it's the foot in the air.
And
Is
you
it on
need
the
2
ground?
feet.
We
I
don't know.
think there are 2 feet.
We would have to almost play both camera angles simultaneously at the same time so that you would be able to see the feet and the control of the ball.
We have a decision.
We do have a decision we're going to hear from the officials as they enter back onto the field.
If I'm making a decision on this, it is non-conclusive.
Yes,
there is not
me too.
enough to overturn what was seen on the field.
Correct.
That being said, we are measly commentators listening to the all high and mighty referees, waiting for their verdict. What will referee Tara Marakic say? We have the decision coming to you in a few moments.
With the suspense is lingering here.
Building up the drama.
Yeah.
Now, the wording's interesting.
Yes, it's
ruling
inconclusive.
on the field. No, ruling on the field
stands.
stands. That means they had conclusive evidence.
I'm not sure about that. Anyways,
regardless,
doesn't matter.
We have a big play coming for EZW. Completed the JC Ferland. Tackle made by André Lapointe. We need to get back into the rhythm of it. The game took a pause. That was a dramatic event. Both teams need to get back into the rhythm of this Division B final.
And Infantry's, the EZW's doing that with the hurry-up offense.
Yes, and this is now third down. 3rd down and 5. Jeremy White scrambles. He tries to run. He realizes that's a bad idea. He instead completes the Desjardins. The tackle is not made. Touchdown, Nathan Desjardins.
Amazing play with Jeremy on the run. I thought he was down in the ditch. And, Nathan Desjardins and Jeremy White just finding an open spot. Kind of an ad-lib play there, getting that ball high over Vachon for the touchdown.
Deciding to go for 2 instead of 1 or the onside kick. It's currently an 8-point game, looking to reduce this deficit to 6. White has the ball. He's throwing up those final 2 points. They're thrown towards Desjardins, but swatted away by Kazaka. This remains an 8-point game. Jeremy White shakes his head, looks down, taps his chest. That's on me. I'm sorry, Nathan. I could have thrown that higher.
Yeah, and great play there from Michael Kazaka in the 3. But if you do have that shorter defender in the 3, that height needs to be there on that ball.
It does need to be there, and Nathan has more than enough height to go up and get that ball. It's still an 8-point game. It's still 1 possession. But again, they're in a scenario EZW need either the stop or the onside kick, and they cannot give up a convert. Willpower takes the snap. He has Lapointe open. He pump fakes. He comes back towards that point. Tackle made immediately by Desjardins. But nonetheless, that is a yard, and more importantly than a yard, that is 30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, it's not even a yard. It's like half a yard if you're counting there at home. But yeah, again, Nathan Desjardins covers so much ground with his length and his reach.
And his wingspan.
Yeah, it's just absolutely incredible that he takes away the Rory Submergent option over the top and just able to and make that tackle too. You can go ahead and give it to Marc-André Lapointe. I've been saying Marc-Antoine. It is Marc-André. And
it is Willpower under center. He's looking deep this time. And it's intercepted by Charles-Louis Lavigne. Turning point in this game. Dancing back towards the opposite end zone. Tackled by Submergent. They now have the ball back. They're only down 8. There's 5.5 on the clock. We have a new ball game.
And you see that little hesitation from Will. Stepping off his back foot and just throwing it a bit of a lob down the middle. Jeremy White wants to apply the pressure. And here he is going on after that turnover.
Running the hurry up down 8. 5:10 on the clock. Under center is Jeremy White. He's looking deep. He's looking towards Etienne Laurent Charvet. Tackle is not made by Nick DeMao. Tackle is made by Submergent. That's a gain of 15 yards. Submergent clapping emphatically. EZW have all the momentum on their side.
Yeah, Rory Submergent really giving it there. That's the second miss by Nick DeMalo. He's trying to get him back into the game, trying to hype up his guy here. Let's see if the infantry defense can make a play because the EZW is just moving and really putting pressure.
It's looking easy for this EZW offense from the 6-yard line. Jeremy White has the ball. Smash out from Etienne Laurent Charvet. Smacked away by Kazaka. Smacked away. Could that have been picked?
No, he had to get around JC Ferland, and he only had the time to really get a hand on the ball and not necessarily more than that. He had a pick only if he goes through JC, which would have resulted in a 5-yard penalty.
Very good call, Iggy. That's why you're in the box.
Thank you.
Anytime. Now, huge play coming up for this EZW offense. Let's see what they have. Jeremy scrambles to his left, throws towards Desjardins, out of the reach of Nathan, setting up third down. You're in the pocket. You're the quarterback. What play are you calling here?
I mean, I was literally on this on this side of the field with on the 6-yard line
Didn't go so great
in the same position, and I ran break X, drag out, bubble hook, banana, and hook back of the end zone.
Now let's see what he dials up on third down. He throws towards the middle of the end zone. Caught by JC Ferland.
Oh, he's here.
Down. He's a bad man.
He's here. JC's been here since the early hours in Brossard, watching and soaking in all the final games, and he gets his chance to look at the camera and say, yeah, that's a touchdown for my team, putting me back in this game.
Back in this game, so close. They're down by 2. EZW going for the 2-point convert from the 10-yard line. Will they drop a second quarterback? Will they not? Will they get this clutch 2-point convert to tie the game? Jeremy White catches the snap, scrambles towards the right. He takes off running. He throws the ball towards Barros. Tackle is made short.
Yeah.
Infantry retain the lead. 3 minutes on the clock. They can drive, score, and make this a 2-possession game.
Super interesting. Great final that we have going on here in Division B. William Power has a chance to redeem himself after that interception that got EZW back into this game.
Pass he'll want back.
Absolutely. Here's his chance with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to maybe 2 minutes and 15 seconds. We have unofficial times here at Brossard.
No time for regrets, only time for glory. Willpower under center, 2.5 minutes on the clock. Up 2, looking to put this game to bed. He catches the snap. He looks to his left. He connects to Submergent. Tackle is made by Fitzgerald Sonatis, but I think that is enough for the first down. Yes, first down.
Yeah, a very nice little hip move, a deceptive hip move as he's pointing his butt towards the opponent's end zone, able to just butt tuck his way for the extra 3-4 yards for that first down. Nathan Desjardins unable to come up with the tackle. Fritz and Atsus able to limit the damage there.
Yes, now, if you're EZW, you want to obviously get a stop, but a quick score is not calamitous.
Yeah, no, it's not the end of the world. Both options are okay.
This convert will be huge, though, if the infantry score, but first they need to score. Let's see what Power can do with the ball towards Vachon. Capped it immediately. Swift tackle made by Blais, but again, the first down is gained. Time ticks off the clock. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
I think you're okay if you're EZW. I know it's a bit of the nerves here, but like you're looking back and you see 1:23 and rolling on the clock, and you're like, "Yep, I'm up 2 points. You score. I'm down 4. Even if they get to 2 points, I'm down 6. I have the ball last in my hands, and that's what you want in an FPF game. You want the ball last, regardless of the circumstances. Of course, either to tie the game or win it, and that will be the case.
Well, no, they're currently, Infantry are up 2 right now. Up 2 with the ball at the 15-yard line. Pass complete to Vachon. Dancing and prancing, but steps out of bounds. So if they score, they go up 8, and the 1-point convert makes it 9.
Yes.
9 is too many.
Yes, thank you for correcting me. My math and the side, the score was wrong. The Infantry are in actually great position here, with which our score clock here says 12 seconds and counting. It's more like 32 for the official clock.
Yes, and remember that EZW have both timeouts in their pocket. They need to start looking at using one of those.
Yes.
Second down, towards that point, caught, tackled, short. Third down coming up. Is a timeout called? It should be.
It should be from EZW. They challenged one though, right? Oh no, the Infantry did.
The Infantry challenge, and there was a timeout called with 9.5 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Now we have third down coming up. There are 2 acceptable outcomes for EZW on this drive. It is a touchdown.
Allow the score.
Or a stop. A first down is disastrous.
Yes, because a first down. Now, here's the thing. If you get a first down, and this was a situation in our game, are you taking that second timeout, or are you keeping it for a challenge?
Use the timeout.
And we spoke about this, Alexi, and here's...
We disagreed.
And we did disagree, and now the audience, now everyone in FPF community is going to be hearing about it, because the thing is, what happens if there's a late second touchdown and on the last play or second to last play that's so tight and they call it incomplete? You want that challenge in your back pocket.
But before we get there, we have a third down. Lapointe is dancing on the field. It's man coverage. Is that a sack? I would challenge for the sack.
It is a sack.
It is a sack.
JC Ferland coming up with a massive sack as the result of the play is a sack, but there was a touchdown thrown to Marc-André Lapointe with the in-out-in move. Some holding. Maybe they want to call a holding on Laurence.
Infantry have no challenges remaining. Remember, it was used on the potential Vachon interception.
Yeah.
We have a do or die. Not do or die.
No.
We have a very large fourth down coming up. What are you dialing?
From about 8 yards out, 7 yards out, still cannot run. I would have gone with that trips play, hard post, skinny post. You got to go to your big man, Rory
Let's
Submergent.
see, fourth down, Willpower, the ball in his hands. He's throwing towards Submergent. Touchdown, Submergent. 8-point lead for the Infantry. A 1-point conversion can put this game to bed.
Not necessarily. They would still have the onside kick because of the timeout. That was clutch to not use that timeout. I told you. There's too many. The timeout is just way too important just to save a few plays. You have the onside attempt ability is still at your disposal, and the challenging, the replay challenge, which was huge. Yeah, they went with, Infantry went with a crossing route concept. EZW went with man, and Infantry just won that battle.
And now we have a huge 1-point conversion coming up. This 1-point convert is to make it a 9-point game, make it a very hard lead to overcome. Willpower, the ball in his hands, throwing towards the back of the end zone. The 1 point is good. Kazaka caps it. It's a 9-point ball game.
Huge play there by Willpower, by Mike Kazaka. Willpower, yes, he threw in a late interception, but drove his team down the field for that clutch touchdown, getting that clutch extra point. The MVP race and discussion is up for grabs.
It's up for grabs. There's still time on the clock. It's not a time for MVP discussions. It's time for EZW to try to come win this game. The pass is complete to JC Ferland over the middle of the field. It's a 9-yard gain, tackled by Marc-André Lapointe.
The first downs won't matter at this point anymore. It's about scoring and then needing the onside to give yourself a chance. But the Infantry do have about, I'd say, a 77% chance of winning this Div B championship.
I'd put that number even higher than 77%. If you gave me odds at 77, I would take that easy money all day long. But I won't take your money, Iggy. We will take instead a second down play from Jeremy White. Throw towards Barros. Tackled by Lapointe. First down. 3 plays left. 20 yards away from a score.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the wire. It's really going to come down. And look, I always assume offenses score. I'm going to assume that they score, and it's going to come down to the onside kick here. And it'll be whether Jeremy White has necessarily the arm or the right play call. Who does he drop back as a second quarterback? All these questions. But first, they need to score.
And there's not really a natural second quarterback on this EZW team. They need to score right now. That's what they're looking to do. With Barros, he's out at the 1.
Yeah, out of the one, the ball was not in. Maybe his flags were, but the ball was not in. If he had made an effort to extend the ball with his hips, that could have been a touchdown, and it would have saved them one extra play.
So how many plays are left at the moment? We have 3 plays left or 2 plays left?
There were 5 plays to start. There have been 3, so there are 2 left in the game.
So if they score on this play, there'll be 1 play left, but the onside kick doesn't count as a play, so an artificial 2. But first they need to score. Jeremy White dances to JC. Touchdown! JC Ferland. Onside kick coming up.
And here it is. We had the discussion. And you say there's no natural second quarterback. Guess who the co-ed 1 quarterback was? Nico Blais. So there is a second quarterback on this team. Let's see if he comes. He's right now sitting on the sideline.
And it looks like he's staying on the sideline.
Oh, no. Laurence is coming out for CO Lavigne, another quarterback.
Okay, both quarterbacks are on the sideline, Iggy. There is no natural quarterback on the field if you want to cross your I's and dot your T's. But we have an onside kick coming up. Is this Nathan Desjardins highlight real time?
It could be with like a post and maybe another post from Alex Barros. Maybe with an out on the goal line left from JC Ferland. I'm very excited to see what develops here.
Let's see. The thing is, though, Jeremy White probably cannot extend this play because he has Ethan Adrian bearing down around him. There is no second quarterback. The ball's aired out to Barros.
He got it!
The onside kick is good. We have 1 play left in the ball game from midfield. My word. This is coming down to the wire in Division B. 1 play left. 3 points down. What can EZW dial up?
I mean, right now they're going in a man defense, and Alex Barros is beating Marc-André Lapointe on this.
And man is not the play to run on an onside kick. There are too many options to get beat on an onside kick. Now, Iggy, last play of the Division B season. Which matchup do you like?
Timeout here.
Timeout Infantry. We have time to talk. They have time to think. Let's catch our breath.
I mean, look, you normally... And Nathan's coming out or getting water?
Probably going for a drink of water.
Hopefully, because that's the guy you definitely want out on the field, if not for a decoy.
Why is CO Lavigne not on the field?
That's interesting as well. Look, he might want to challenge the short defenders here. Might want to challenge Nick DeMalo. Might want to challenge Michael Kazaka. Is it the right play? Why not have Will Power on this play for the added height? This is a mistake, perhaps, from the infantry.
Will Power, so powerful in the air, and yet he's on the sideline for this critical final play.
Everyone's going to think it's Nathan versus Vachon. Let's see if they go away from that, though.
Let's see what we have. We have the final play of the Division B final. Jeremy with the ball in his hands. He dances. He throws the ball up. It's towards the middle of the field. It's towards Charvet. It bounces off his head. It's no good. That was a header. We're not playing soccer. The infantry win Division B.
What a game of highlights, passion, excitement. Oh my God, off the head of Laurence Etienne Gervais. I'm not sure even if he caught that ball, if he was going to be able to get his feet in bounds. As both teams right now lining up, congratulating each other for a well-fought hard game. Oh, just amazing.
Tremendously
game.
Exciting. It looked like he was trying to head that ball back in bounds, kind of like the Brazilian beach volleyball team. If you watched the final against Canada, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, then you have no clue what I'm talking about. Either way, the infantry are the Division B champions. What a game.
And what a run for them during the season, coming all the way here. This was a team that didn't have a clear option at quarterback. Many question marks there. They went through the carousel of quarterbacks from Zach Stacy to Jeans-Lee Alexis. Finally finding the answer in William Power. Did they ever know or think that he could ride them all the way to a Division B championship? I don't know, but they got here, and William Power was able to get them there and get them that championship.
He carried them all the way, and we're about to go down to field level of FPF over to Jess Rosenblatt in a few seconds. He is with your Division B champions, the infantry. We're heading down to field level.
I got the go-ahead from the boys. we got the 2024 Spring Division B champion Infantry with us. We got the captain, Rory Submergent. Come grab your trophy, my friend, and your banner. That's all you. That's all you. First of all, this was one of the best finals of the day. Epic game. You got your banner right there. You can show that to your team. The MVP of the finals was a very, very close debate, but it goes to Mr. High Completion Rate, the quarterback, Will Power. Can I get Will and Rory over here, please? You know, Will, you started off the year as not the quarterback of Infantry, but we have Rory Submergent, longtime FPF member and savvy captain, brought you in. Tell me what it means to you to be the captain of a Division B championship team.
It's incredible, honestly. It's I thought when I first came, I was going to be like, yeah, it was a cool first game, and it sucks that we're not going to be able to continue it. But big credit to Rory for pushing, and I'm thankful to them, thankful to Rory and Mike Kazaka for sure, because they both put in a good word. Wasn't for those guys, wouldn't have made it happen. So as much as they're grateful, I said yes. I'm grateful that they asked me.
Very nice, Will. Let me get Rory over here, Rory. It's my boy Rory right here. Yeah. Tell me how you're feeling right now. You're a Division B champ. Where does this stack up with some of the best FPF moments that you've had?
This is my favorite one by far. We had 4 different quarterbacks, from Tyler to Zach to Gensley for a couple games. Will comes in, just completely wrecks the division. We couldn't have done this without him. He saved the season. We won because of him. MVP goes to him for sure. MVP goes to him for sure. Yeah.
Boys, nothing else to say. This team has been amazing all year. We got the 2024 Spring Div B champs, Infantry. Back up to you guys.
And as you just heard from Jeff, the Infantry are the champs of Division B. An unlikely run after a rough start to the season. 3 changed at quarterback. They settle on the powerful one, William Power, who leads them to a championship. What was the key to their victory tonight, Iggy?
Look, despite that turnover that Will threw to C.O. Lavigne, he stayed composed. That last drive, it was clinical. He was able to drive the field, manage the game. FPF's all about game management. William Power knows the game very well, chewing the clock, running it down all the way for a touchdown. Getting that 1-point convert was key to make it a 9-point game and forcing that onside kick, which they ended up getting, EZW did. So credit to them, put on a great performance, but William Power just dissecting that EZW defense.
The Infantry executed when the time was clutch, and that's why they're your Division B champions. Now, signing off from Brossard, Quebec, I'm Alex Dubois in the box with
Iggy Magnus.
And next up, you have your Division C finals. Stay tuned.